So, now that we have made it clear that nobody here has it, all together, that I am wounded, you're wounded, everybody's wounded, everybody happy to be wounded. Why not? Like I mentioned before, it gives you strength. It tells the whole universe that you've been around and that you survived, and you're still a survivor, and that because you went through such things, you're not easy to take down. So, in between all the insights that I've come upon by writing, like I mentioned before, I have I came to the conclusion, or the thought came to my mind that your reality is your baby. It's your child. You know how when you hear all these spiritual teachers, tell you about the law of attraction or how to manifest things, they always tell you, to do it in the present tense. Well, because everything happens in the now. There is no such a thing as past or future. Because if I'm thinking about the past right now, well, then it's the now. So the past is dead, but I can always bring it back to life in the now. And isn't that what we do with most of our worrying, most of our, most of the time we spend in limiting beliefs? We always bring the garbage from the past when it should stay dead. Yes, take what you learned from it, the wisdom that imparts, but to always bring it back to life. I'm bringing this baby back to life when it was supposed to be dead. I'm talking about your reality, the reality as it is around you. As you look around, you see that it wraps around you and you're dead smack in the middle. Brings to mind that beautiful thought that says, if a tree falls in the forest and there's nobody there to hear it, would it make a sound? And the answer is hell no. It won't make a sound because there's no tree, first of all, if there's nobody there. There's no forest if there's nobody there. There's no sound if there's nobody there. So that places a lot more in. All of a sudden now our consciousness, our awareness comes to the front, to the spotlight. And now it's as if, wait a second, that is the most important thing that we can count on. Our now, and our awareness of the now, and what we do with it is really what is going to construct our future. Because the future doesn't exist. It's something we talk about, because as the future comes around, it becomes the now. So there's no such a thing as the future. Yes, we talk about the future because it is something that is coming up ahead. But as soon as it gets here, it's the now. So now is all you count with, because everything that is now is the byproduct of the past. Okay, stick with me, okay? I know it's starting to my brain could feel like it's in a pretzel now. Wait, now, past, present, future? Right. As Buddha had mentioned, that our now is composed of everything that we have thought in the past. So you see why it's so important to value now and be present. This is probably why my angels or my guides, whoever it was, they made me stop drinking, and they made me stop smoking pot, and they made me, it's just so I could be present. And these are just things that I just had to let go of, because, and you guys, it's hard when everybody is doing it, and I'm just like, so yeah, but you don't have they don't have the mission that you do, and your mission is to stay present. Your mission is to to impart the knowledge or the wisdom that you find during those present moments. So here I am, being the designated driver here of the whole thing. And my God, every time I get a smell of that stuff, beautiful, beautiful, wonderful smell. Anywho, this thing is running out of fuel. So, since every thought that we had in the past composes or constructs our present, our now, whatever we do now, we're setting up for the future. So you see how important it is to be present in the now? And this is why I believe that your reality is your baby, because it came out of you. It originates from you. It is born out of you, and not the other way around. See, the biggest problem that we face as human beings is being told, being convinced that the world is too big and we are too small. Brings to mind that saying that our biggest fear is that we're powerful beyond measure. Do you see why? Because the moment we entertain that thought that we never want to touch because of religion always told us not to touch that subject, not to step on that ground, because it could be sacrilegious. But we are powerful beyond measure because everything we're thinking and feeling is composing our lives, our future, our now spent on worries and fears. All it's gonna do is just set up more worries and fears for the future. And then you're setting it up here, and then you walk face first into this thing, smacking you in the face. Oh, there it is again. The stuff that I was worrying about is here again. That is that power showing you, hey, this stuff works. It's manifesting itself to you, saying, you better start, thinking better thoughts and having better feelings. So, you knowing that your reality is your child, your baby. But what happens when, because you have to educate a child. You have to guide a child. You have to lead a child. Because otherwise they'll just lead themselves. And if they're not educated, if they haven't received any guidance, well, they're just going to be unruly and they're going to do whatever the hell they want. And isn't that what we keep getting? I mean, you as a parent, you keep getting crap from your child. And the child, again, is the subconscious. It's just, it repeats whatever you tell it. Whatever you say in your head, through your imagination, it just repeats it. Like a child, mocking you or repeating everything you say, or like a parrot. So think about all of that. Kind of makes sense that your reality is your child, your baby, and you must educate it with the stuff you want it to say, or do, or be like. Like you've heard of people, literally laying in bed before they go to sleep and saying, tomorrow this is what I want to see. And that's exactly what they encounter the next day. But if you don't, then this child that's crazy things, unruly things, it just goes wild. So if this child repeats everything you say, well, then you better educate it with the right things to say, right? And yet, because you got to give it guidance, because otherwise it'll just take the wheel and just, drive this car to oblivion. And again, the one who pays the price is you, the parent of your reality. Don't want to say you're responsible, but honestly, I mean, you have no one to blame but yourself. In my case, I made a mess out of my life because of of where my thoughts and feelings are based off. Again, raised Catholic, Mexican, You got a lot of guilt, shame, and unworthiness. And you can make a mess out of your life when all your thoughts are based on that. So we got to look at our shadow. We got to look at our wounds, because our childhood wounds, they're going to sabotage everything. They're going to make us think and worry and feel the worst things, which, in the now, which in turn are going to set them up for the future. So you see how, you have to educate this child, your reality, your subconscious. You have to educate it, you have to guide it, you have to lead it. Because you didn't come out of it, out of this reality. You didn't come out of it. It came out of you. You weren't. Because when you think about it, we constantly keep thinking that the world is too big and we're too small. But it's the other way around. Because your reality, you weren't born out of it. It was born out of you. You didn't grow out of it. It grew out of you. You didn't originate from it. It originated from you. So it's the other way around. So you got to educate it like a child. You have to guide it, and you have to lead it like a child. And not the other way around. Because the other way around, my beautiful friends, it's the wrong way. Think about it. And feel about it.